We lived in a basement for over 2 years, but no one at school ever knew. They just saw the big house above us and assumed it was all ours. I let them believe it because I didn't know how to say, we only rent the basement. When we moved to another city in Canada, Mom was going to college for her master's degree. She chose a school in a quiet, upscale neighborhood. Safe streets, good schools, clean air. That mattered a lot to her, but it also meant the rent was expensive, so she found us a basement suite. It was the cheapest option in that fancy area. I remember walking in the first day. Low ceilings, old furniture, a tiny kitchen with a sink, 2 cabinets, and a small stove. No oven, no dishwasher. Everything felt cramped and a little musty. The floor was cold in the winter. There were no real windows, just those half-sized ones near the ceiling that barely let in light. We had to keep the lights on from morning to night, even in summer. The walls were thin. Sometimes we could hear footsteps from the people upstairs. Sometimes we smelled their cooking. The living room doubled as my bedroom. My sister got the small bedroom because she was younger, and yet it was home. For a while. At school, I never told anyone where I lived. One afternoon, a classmate walked past and said, "Whoa, your house is amazing." I froze. He was pointing at the main house above us. I forced a smile, laughed, said nothing. It was easier that way. I didn't want them to look at me differently, to ask weird questions, to think I was poor, even though deep down I felt ashamed. Every evening, my mom came home exhausted. She would study late into the night, often at our tiny kitchen table under a flickering light. We ate simple meals, rice, eggs, some vegetables. There wasn't space to cook much more. Washing dishes was tough too. No drying rack, no counter space, just balancing plates next to the sink. My sister and I would sometimes sit on the floor, playing or doing homework with a single lamp between us. But the basement had its good sides too. It was quiet. So quiet that I slept better than ever. The darkness felt safe, like a cocoon that helped me rest. When it rained, I'd listen to the soft tapping above. When it snowed, the world got even quieter. Even our fights seemed softer there. Eventually, we saved enough to move into a new apartment. Above ground, bright windows, a real kitchen. It felt like we'd made it. But my little sister, she couldn't sleep. She missed the darkness. She complained about the brightness. One day, she even said, "I wish we could go back to the basement." We all laughed. That basement wasn't perfect. It was small, cold, dim. But it's where I learned to adapt, where I saw how hard my mom worked, where my sister and I grew closer. Sometimes the places you hide from the world are the ones that shape you the most. I used to feel embarrassed about living underground, but now I see it differently. That basement was our beginning, and beginnings are never something to be ashamed of. Thank you for watching my story. Like and subscribe for more true stories.